Hey there, and welcome to Scary Tales. I know many of you love listening to these stories to relax or fall asleep. But before you drift off, drop a comment and let me know where you're listening from. If you're enjoying the videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps. Tonight, I've got 3 bone-chilling horror stories just for you. So turn off the lights, grab a blanket, and let's dive in. Story 1. The Whispering Woods. In a small town in Montana, there's a place everyone fears: the Whispering Woods. Locals say if you enter, you'll hear voices calling your name, but they're not human. Sarah and David, a young couple on a weekend trip, rented a cabin near the woods. The owner warned them, stay out of the forest after dark, but they brushed it off as superstition. On their second night, curiosity got the better of them. Armed with a flashlight and holding each other tight, they stepped into the woods. At first, it was quiet. Too quiet. Then they heard it. A faint whisper. Sarah. David. They froze. Sarah laughed nervously. It's just the wind, she said, but the whispers grew louder, circling them from all directions. David pointed the flashlight into the darkness, swearing he saw shadows moving between the trees. Let's go back, Sarah whispered, her voice shaking. But the trail behind them was gone, replaced by endless trees. Panic set in as the whispers turned into faint screams. Desperate, they stumbled upon an old cabin hidden in the woods. They ran inside, hoping for safety. The air inside was icy cold. The walls were covered in claw marks. On the dusty floor they found a journal. David picked it up and read the only message inside. Once you hear them, they never let you leave. Before they could react, the door slammed shut, and the whispers turned into laughter. The last thing anyone heard from them was a piercing scream. To this day, no one dares to enter the Whispering Woods. Story 2. The Ghost in Apartment 303. Emma, a young college graduate, was thrilled to move into her first apartment, a cozy unit in Chicago with a view of the skyline. Apartment 303 seemed perfect. Affordable rent, a friendly landlord, and great location. But her excitement didn't last long. On her very first night, at exactly 3:03 a.m., she was startled awake by loud knocking on her door. Annoyed, she got up to check, but no one was there. The hallway was empty. The next night, it happened again. This time she noticed something strange. Footprints on her floor, leading from the front door to her bedroom. But they disappeared halfway. Determined to find answers, Emma installed a security camera in her living room. That night, she stayed up, watching the feed on her phone. At exactly 3:03 a.m., the front door creaked open on its own, and a shadowy figure walked in. Emma's heart raced as she looked at the door. It was still locked. Terrified, she called a paranormal investigator. He revealed that the previous tenant of 303 had vanished without a trace. Some say her spirit never left the apartment. During the cleansing ritual, the lights flickered violently, and a chilling voice whispered, "You can't make me leave." The next morning, Emma packed her belongings and moved out. She later learned that no one ever stays in apartment 303 for more than a few months. What about you? Would you stay and fight, or pack up and leave like Emma? Tell me in the comments below. Story 3. The Haunted Road. In Texas, there's a road everyone avoids, Devil's Pass. Truck drivers and locals say if you drive there after midnight, you might see the woman in white. Jake, a truck driver with 20 years of experience, didn't believe in ghost stories. But one stormy night, his route took him through Devil's Pass. The rain poured, making it hard to see. Suddenly, Jake spotted a woman standing in the middle of the road. She wore a long white dress, and her face was hidden by her hair. Jake slammed on the brakes, but his truck went straight through her. Heart pounding, he pulled over and got out. There was no one there. The road was empty. Shaking it off, he got back in his truck. That's when the radio turned on, even though it had been off. A soft voice whispered, "Turn back." Jake's grip on the wheel tightened, but before he could react, the truck swerved, as if someone else was controlling it. He fought to regain control and pulled to the side. In the rearview mirror, he saw her, sitting in the back seat, staring at him with hollow black eyes. Jake abandoned the truck, running into the rain. The next morning, police found his truck, but Jake refused to go near it. He quit trucking that same day. Would you keep driving, or would you run like Jake? Let me know what you think.